I think that market is very important as part of our strategy to reach wider markets. I think our trading is quite limited right now on just the Canadian Securities Exchange, and reaching U.S. markets and U.S. investors is very important to us. That's because a lot of the potential interested parties, interested stock shareholders, do reside in the United States. And the options market in the United States is a stepping stone that we see as necessary to increasing our liquidity. And that's one of the things that we also want to focus on in the next 6 months, is to increase the liquidity of our shares so that we can have a better price discovery.
We had U.S. shareholders that were approaching us and indicating that it sometimes was difficult for them to buy shares in our company easily and even to hold shares in our company. So by providing that listing, it gives them a much easier pathway for U.S. shareholders to participate in what we're doing. We're seeing increasing interest in the resource sector in general, but also a strong interest coming out of the U.S. on this right now. So it was a great time. If we'd done this 2 years ago, I'm not sure it would have had the impact it's had. But doing it right now, we're coming right into a point in the market where people have done well in other sectors of the market and are looking for the next area to go, and commodities, particularly metals, are providing that. We've seen the historic run on gold prices right now that we're set up well for copper to do the same, and people are awakening to that and realizing it's a great sector to be in. So we've seen a notable increase in our volume by doing this, and a number of new shareholders approaching us, and the timing has just been perfect. With that increased interest in the sector and reinitiating our drilling program all coinciding, so couldn't be a better setup than right now.
I think it's a really important step in our business, right? We've been listed on the ASX for a number of years as the company transitions really from a company looking to explore the mining space into this technology company, and all of our operations are North American, and we'll be looking to expand to Europe. But so this shift is giving us a point where we can start to attract shareholder base from North America. Not just our existing shareholder base out of Australia. And really, even over the past 6 months, we've seen that as our register count has increased from a couple thousand to 10 to 15,000. And so the future of the business is really founded in North America. And so we're establishing that presence so we can have participation in the stock from here.
Momentum in the gold market has been one of the catalysts for it. You know, we have a long-standing investor following from the U.S. We had a lot of people that had difficulty in the U.S. investing in TSX, different funds, different managers. And so we believe that listing on the OTCQX is a real advantage for our U.S.-based investors. And we've seen our volumes pick up, and it's helped us really get the story out about Luminex resources.
Yeah, the venture exchange isn't that accessible to many U.S. investors, so we decided that we needed to be more accessible to U.S. investors, and the QX gives us that access. We're becoming very much a U.S. story. If you look at our net revenue now, 75% is coming from the U.S., so we think it's appropriate to make our stock more available to U.S. investors, and this is a nice progress towards that goal.